Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ed Hall and I'm not Robert De Niro or Angela Rippon, but because of COVID, we couldn't get them to present the promo. So you're going to have to listen to me while I explain to you about the power of Path. Now, Path is a new piece of software engineering developed here in the UK, but currently doing storming business in Hollywood. What is it? It's a cloud-based video management tool. It enables you to get video and audio from one place to another place incredibly quickly and allow you on the way to do a whole raft of management tools to help use that video more effectively in broadcasting. So why do we want to do that? Well, broadcasters all know that over the last few years and the last few months with COVID in particular, trying to get video and audio from people's homes or remote locations, from reporters or guests, is very difficult because when it gets to the studio, it's arriving at different times with different problems, with buffering, with different compression, and with all kinds of audio glitches. Now, if you've been watching any of the government briefings from Downing Street, you'll have seen, for example, trying to get all the reporters up using Zoom, and it's very problematic.
Matey, you need to unmute.
In fact, if you've watched any news programmes over the last few months, you've seen broadcasters trying desperately hard to find ways to use business video conferencing tools to be broadcasting tools. And it's not what they were designed for, and it really limits what you can do with them. So that's all kind of pretty theoretical. What I'd like to do now is introduce you to a whole group of friends who've agreed to come on screen here and help me demonstrate the system, which is called Path, developed in the UK and now launching in the UK. So come and meet some of the friends. They're all up here on the video wall here. And let me tell you how they got there. And I think if we follow that process of how they got to there and then what else we can do with the people once they're in the system, you begin to understand what the system is and how it works. You'll begin to understand the power of Path. So, hello everyone.
Hi, Ed.
Hi.
Great to see you. All these people in the last few minutes received a link in their email. It's a straightforward link. They clicked on that and they came into the Path management system. So the video and audio from all of their homes, desks, computers, phones, all of that goes into the cloud. It comes into the Path management system, and while it's there, we can talk to them. All of the functions that you would expect in a broadcast gallery, you have in Path. So audience managers can have a private conversation with any of them. You've got IFB, you've got effective talkback to each of these guests. You can prepare them. You can get the video right, get them lit, make sure that the audio's of good quality. Once you've got all that sorted, you can put them up onto this. This is an audience relay. Now, on here we've got 12, but that single audience relay that's managing all of that could have 24 people on it. And we could link several together. So we could have this whole wall with hundreds of guests, all in real time, and me able to talk to all of them. So in the Dr. Phil studio, you can have up to 130 guests on enormous video walls like this. Dr. Phil can talk to any of them. You can have special guests in studio relays like this, or you can have individual guests in the wall. And they can vote, they can be polled, they can be asked questions, you can have Q&As, so you can interact genuinely and in real time with all of those people. So think about game shows, for example, where you want to have an audience, where you want people on the buzzer. Now, trying to do that with Zoom or Teams or anything similar is deeply problematic because you don't know when the question was asked and how long they took to answer it. But because all of these people are connected to the Path system in the cloud, we know exactly when they got asked the question and how long it took them to answer it. So you can have real polls, real quizzes, and real competitions, all driven using the power of Path. Now, that was the audience relay. But up here, for example, we've got our first guest. She couldn't present the promo, but she's here on screen now. We have Angela Rippon. Angela, thank you for joining us.
I only go by Angela at the weekends, though, but big shoes to fill.
Thank you, thank you. Now, once we've got Angela there, you can tell, and as we play with this some more, you'll see how quick the sound is. Even if Angela was in Los Angeles, we'd be getting this round-trip conversation taking less than 300 milliseconds. That's that, which is an extraordinary ability that you cannot get from a business conferencing platform. That's what you get from a broadcasting system. That's what you get when you use the power of Path. Now, we have one person in the studio relay, but we want two. The other presenter we wanted was Robert De Niro, but sadly he wasn't available. But we have a stand-in. Robert, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
I'm very well, thanks, Ed. I've been talking Italian and waiting for you to come round to me.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. And of course, they can talk with each other. Robert, would you like to say hello to Angela?
Hi, Angela. Been a fan since Morecambe and Wise.
Hi, Robert. Can't say I'm a fan of yours. Only joking. I love your films.
So we can have a normal conversation with the three of us. That's impossible with Zoom, as we know. But each of these is a direct link into the vision mixer and a direct link into the audio mixer. So once you're in Path, you can go into audience holding rooms. You can go into virtual green rooms. You can be briefed. The director can press buttons and talk directly to anyone in any one of those audience seats. We can move people from one audience seat to another, and we can take people from the audience into one of these relays or put them back. There's tremendous functionality. All of that is here in Path. Now, where's it being used today? This is a system that was built and developed and designed in the UK. This is a British piece of software engineering. But its main client base so far is in the United States of America. It's based in Hollywood. We have an MCR, a Path control room, if you like, in Burbank in California. It's driving some big shows. It's driving Dr. Phil. It's been used to drive the Daytime Emmy Awards. It's been used to link Bruno to the Strictly Sunday Night Results show here in the UK by the BBC. It's even being used, because of the speed of these connections, to drive the shooting crew for Come Dine With Me in the Middle East, when the technicians or the directors and the gallery crew couldn't travel there because of COVID. So the speed is such that you can have the directors and producers sitting in one country, and you can have the camera crews and local crew sitting in another. That's an extraordinary ability. And again, the idea of doing that via Zoom, inconceivable. That's something you can only do if you use the power of Path. So effectively what we're doing, bear with me, is plugging one of these and one of these into the cloud. So one end here is going into the cloud, the other end is going into your gallery. So vision mixer, and here's an XLR cable, an audio mixer. So you're connecting the cloud to your studio. So all these people, particularly those in the studio relays, they can feel as though they are in a studio next to you, even though they may be remote, which in COVID times can be a pretty positive benefit of using Path. It does more than that, because each of those people could be using our Play at Home system. And that system allows you to connect cameras using control systems. It allows you to connect lighting using lighting systems, all of which can be controlled using Path remotely. It means you can have a teleprompter. So in fact, you can treat someone's home or remote studio location as though it was in the studio next to you. That's an incredible benefit of using Path. This is a system which has unique benefits because of the speed of the connectivity, but also because of the functionality that you can use while that video is in the Path cloud. So I hope I've given you a good introduction. If you want to know more about Path and what it can do for you, for your format, or for your broadcast setup, you only need to get in touch, and we'll tell you more about what the power of Path can do for you.